This is TB Talks and BS Walks. Join the conversation or the BS. Here are the masterminds behind the microphone, Tyler and Brian.
Oh man, I would have definitely went and seen it. Man, it looks hilarious. I said, and they're the company, you know, they're getting blown up about it with all this hate mail and stuff because it was fake.
Oh, people are so sensitive.
Yeah, aren't they? I know.
You know what? Splinter Cell never came out. The movie for Splinter Cell never came out. You didn't see me write nobody. Halo never came out. I didn't throw a huge fit. They put World of Warcraft came out.
The movie for Assassin's Creed came out, and it was awful.
I didn't mind that one. I did not mind it.
It was awful.
Ah.
Warcraft, I bet, would have been awful.
I heard it was really good, actually. Like, I've not seen Warcraft, so I can't say personally, but I have seen Assassin's Creed. And being that I've played every Assassin's Creed that came out, except for 2 of the side-scrolling ones, I can say that it was an okay movie. I made the connections to the games watching the movie. It was okay. But it wasn't great. It wasn't outstanding. I'm hoping the second one will do it some justice. But I don't know. It's always the first one's always eh.
Was the guy that played that, has he been in anything else? I mean, he didn't look familiar to me.
Are you serious? Really? Oh, dude. You're going to kick yourself for this one. Michael Fassbender. Magneto.
Still not ringing any bells to me.
Not Magneto from X-Men? The X-Men First Class.
Hated X-Men. So
you hated
I
X-Men
didn't watch it after
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Dude,
I hated
Michael
all the
Fassbender's
X-Men
been in so much. So much.
I don't think I watched X-Men after the first one. I didn't get into it. So probably why it didn't ring any bells to me. So
I can understand that. Yep. Well, Michael Fassbender, since I've seen him in X-Men, I've watched a few of the movies he's been in. Assassin's Creed is one of them, though the movie overall wasn't that great. I thought he did good. I'm looking forward to the second one to see how well they vamp things up. He was in the X-Men series. I'm going to have to look up everything he's been in because I've seen quite a few, actually. He's one of the voices, and actually, you know, my wife and I are playing through Fable 3 for Fable Friday.
Uh-huh.
And Michael Fassbender is one of the voices of the characters.
Oh, and that's something.
Yeah, before it came out real big, he was a voice actor.
You know, they teased the Gears of War movie, and that never happened.
Oh, he's in Prometheus, dude. He's in Prometheus and Covenant. He's David.
Oh, okay.
The android. That's the big one.
I'm trying
where
to.
Most people remember him.
I think I saw that, but I don't remember it.
Covenant.
Probably fell asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know,
but like
all
I
the
said, they
X-Men and
teased
stuff like that.
they teased the Gears of War movie, and that never happened. And
Would
I
love to see that too.
Yeah, I would. I wasn't, terribly butthurt, and it probably would have been a terrible movie, but I would have watched it.
Yeah.
Just because it's my favorite video game franchise. So.
Oh yeah. Well, and imagine how dark and gritty that would be. That would be considered an action horror. I could guarantee you that right now. Just because the game, they couldn't make it as scary as they wanted to. They wanted it more of a shooter than an actual horror. But you put that in a movie, it doesn't have to be a shooter to be good. That game would be good, or that movie would be good just as a horror, just because of the stuff they're dealing with and the creatures they come across. And it would be like Doom if Doom were good. And I liked Doom, but I know people's stance on that movie. Like, most people liked it just
surprised.
at that part where they did the first person, and that was it. I liked it because of The Rock, and I liked it because of the main protagonist, the main good guy.
I can't believe that movie didn't ruin The Rock's career. That was so bad.
You know, that's one thing I got to say about The Rock. That I don't think I've ever heard him say that he regrets certain movies.
I did.
I don't. You did? Which one?
Yeah, I did. It was Doom.
Was it Doom?
Okay. He He was giving a induction speech at one of the WWE Hall
I think
of
I do
Fame
remember that.
ceremonies.
Yeah.
I believe he was inducting his grandfather, I think, into the Hall
Oh
of
wow,
Fame.
yeah.
And so he was randomly roasting some of the other wrestlers and stuff, and he was talking to John Cena, who had just came out with the Marine.
Marine, yeah.
Which wasn't a great movie. It was decent, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And so he made a comment, during his roast of John Cena, and he said something about that the WWE was currently involved in a lawsuit regarding illegal torture. And he said that the rumor has it that American troops would take Iraqi insurgents, they would tie them up and make them watch copies of the Marine. Hinting that the movie was bad. And then in that same breath, he turned around and he goes, "But that's okay because I made Doom."
Yeah.
So, he acknowledged that his own movie was complete trash. Between that one and the game plan, those were not The Rock's finest moments. But he managed to bounce back, and now Ballers was such a huge success for him on HBO. He now released, he was on Jimmy Fallon the night of the Super Bowl and talked about a new TV show that he's got that's actually going to be on NBC. So it'll be on local TV. And I believe it's called Titans or something like that.
Okay.
But it's your classic reality game show or sports,
right.
endurance. Yeah. He said it's based off of his favorite show is American Ninja Warrior, and so it's kind of based off of that.
Okay.
So I kind of think it'll be a knockoff between that or Steve Austin's Broken Skull Challenge. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No.
But it's kind of the same thing. So he's got a new TV show coming out. Obviously, he's got a new movie coming out. Skyscraper, I think's the name of it. So.
Well, he's got that and the one with the monsters in it, named after the game. What is it called?
Oh, Jumanji?
No. Although that one just came out. No, this one's the one with the gorilla, the wolf, and the lizard.
Oh. I can't think of the name of that one
I can't think of it either now. Oh, that's going to drive me
Rock's
nuts now.
killing it, man.
Yeah. Well, and we wait 2 years,
it.
and he's going to run for president. So.
Yeah. Is that sad? Is that sad that I hope he does?
No, I've been saying that since he joked about it.
I know we talked about it on the show, but dude, I'd vote for him.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, I don't even know where his political stance is, which is another reason why I like him so much. And if he came out Democrat, I probably still would vote for him.
I've said it. I said it then too. My only concern is I don't know how serious people would take him because, he was in WWE and, But then I look at Ronald Reagan, and he was a movie star before president. He was one of the best presidents we ever had. So.
Oh, come on! You see Trump, and the most contributing thing he had on TV was
no.
"You're fired." We're probably gonna get sued now. I'll probably have to bleep that out. But
he did a stint. He did a stint in WWE also. So, I don't know. It may not be any different.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
Yeah. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, man. I didn't really have a whole lot. I didn't have a lot on the agenda. What number show is this?
We are at 14, I do believe. Because 13 was the one with Kittleman, Mr. Kittleman. So this one should be 14.
We'll have to do something special for episode 20. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. Something that we've made it.
I know we're
episodes.
getting up there in followers on Twitter. I know last time I checked it was 85. I haven't checked recently. But we should be getting up there.
It might be 100.
Ooh, we may have to do the giveaway here soon.
We're trying to get Xbox Addict to come on the show. If you guys haven't seen him, you should check out his Twitter. It's pretty awesome. Maybe if he's listening to the show, we need you on the show so we can interview you about your Xbox collection. It's pretty epic. I don't know if you've seen his room or not, but
I did see his picture recently,
and it's incredible. It's incredible.
Let me see here. I am going
to
hop over to Twitter here real quick. So go ahead and do your thing. I'll be right there. Yeah, I'm gonna see where we're sitting at here.
Yeah, we may have to start getting that swag put together.
We are at 88 followers. We are
It's climbing up.
Yeah, we're about 22 away. We're about 12 away, actually. 12 away from 100 followers. Roughly. It jumped up about 5 the other day. So, yeah, we're getting up there. So, I want to thank everybody for the follows on Twitter. That's really nice. We appreciate that. And, again, we are 12 away. Invite your friends. Let's get this giveaway started here. Get the store up and running and do a giveaway at every what? We should probably do a giveaway like every 100 followers.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We just need to
change it up.
We just need to buy. Well, we just need to buy some, buy some hoodies or some T-shirts, maybe in bulk with different colors and sizes, and just have a bunch made up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that way we've already got them. Because as of right now, we're gonna have to get it made and then get it sent out and get address and all that kind of thing. Because that's what happens when you're an up and comer trying to get the ball rolling. But I think once we get this first one out of the way, we might sit down and talk about that. You guys are hearing this. You're hearing the game plan live on the show.
Yep.
We might have to sit down and talk about that and maybe buy. I know hats are super cheap, so you can buy some hats in bulk and put the logo on them.
Oh,
get,
yeah.
4 or 5 different colors.
Oh, when we start doing Skype, I'll probably be wearing it all. I'll probably have the hoodie, the hat, the coffee mug, the whole 9 yards.
We could actually leave it up to the fans, the listeners too. You guys can tweet us color options you'd like to see.
Yeah.
Hats, T-shirts, hoodies, and we'll try to get them done up and get them out. We'll start giving away some stuff and promote the show.
Oh yeah.
But we'll have to do something for episode 20. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we do have. I'd like to get Xbox Addict on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
bring in Xbox up. What else? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I need to get Randy Baker on the show, who was the amateur MMA fighter. I'd like to get him on and talk to him about.
Yeah, we need an update. See how well he's doing.
So, yep. I think he's got a fight coming up in March, so he's training away right now. But I'd like to get him on the show.
Yes,
but,
definitely. Again, that was fun last time.
You got some video games.
Oh yeah, it's time for BM, the BM that requires no medication. We got some games coming out. A recent game that came out this Tuesday was Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4. Shadow of the Colossus is one of my favorite games. Loved this game. Basically, you run around as one character taking out giants. It's kind of like Attack on Titan, just not as fast. You have to climb these giants from the ground up. You have to find their weakness. You have to figure out how to climb them. You have to figure out where the weak point is on them so you can attack that point. And I think there's 12 of them that you have to take out. Now, if you have any kind of questions or you want to look up what this game looks like, I would recommend looking up Jacksepticeye on YouTube. I know that's weird coming from me, but he's a fan of this game. Like, as much as I love this game, and I had it for PS2 when it first came out, I did not know that these giants had names. They each have individual names. There's a whole backstory to these giants and everything that I never knew about. I just played it. So, if you want to know like in-depth detail of this game, Jacksepticeye is definitely somebody to look up. The game I'm looking forward to comes out March 18th, I do believe, and that is Attack on Titan 2. That is the continuation of the game that came out for Xbox.
Didn't know they were making a sequel.
Oh yeah, the first one, like they don't really release a lot of information here in the States about these Attack on Titan games. Because there wasn't really a trailer, there wasn't YouTube plugins about Attack on Titan the game. That was mainly a Japanese release and it was on PS4, Xbox, and PC. But of course they made one for us too. So, it just showed up in my list one day and I bought it the same day. The second one, I was told by... No, I have not. I was actually told about Attack on Titan 2 when I was streaming Attack on Titan. And then when I went to look that up, I found all the Monster Hunter stuff. And that looks amazing. I want to try it so bad, but Those types of games I fail at so easily, and it frustrates the crap out of me, so I'm afraid to try it. But they look amazing.
You do get angry at games.
I do. I really do. It's a bad habit. I'm trying to break it because my son's getting it too. He even broke his TV recently because he learned from Daddy how to lose his temper, and we have to try and get him a new TV at some point. But self-shame aside,
I mean, I've rage quit PUBG about 3 times this week, so
it's
I can't
tough.
be talking.
But it's a good game.
I know.
Like, you can get as mad as you want at a game, but you always end up coming back because it's a good game. That's the point. Monster Hunter looks like one of those that, yes, I would be mad and rage quit a lot, but I would always come back to it because I can make my freaking cat look like a rabbit or put weird armor on my follower pet or whatever and myself from monsters that I've killed. The idea of just being able to utilize the stuff on the monsters to upgrade yourself and make new weapons and new armor, that is a cool idea. I don't know how I didn't know about this game before it was released, because it's been out forever. Monster Hunter has been out for a long time.
Right, but I think this is is this a remake? Because I mean, I know it just came out recently. Is this a remake off of an original game from years ago?
I don't know if it's a remake or a continuation. Like, I know it's a upgraded version from the original Monster Hunters. Because this one's like full open world. You can track all kinds of different things that you couldn't do in the ones before, and they were more linear. So you would go to a map and go straight to your target. In this one, you have to find it in a huge open world. So
Monster Hunter World, that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. It's not just Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter World.
Definitely another game to look into.
Yeah, so apparently it's obviously I haven't played it, but there was a game out years ago for I think Nintendo 64 called Turok. Where you hunted dinosaurs and things, and that's kind of what this reminds me of. You have different classes of the hero that you play, and you attack dinosaurs. So
yeah,
I say it looks pretty good. Their Destiny 2 needs to take some notes on that because I believe
Destiny 2 has been up and down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it, and I played it for, I don't know, a few hours, and then I haven't touched it since. So, and that's not saying I didn't like it. Said that's around the same time that, PUBG hit, and as I've said time and time again, I mean, I haven't played anything but that. So, but I have heard that they've been having some issues, so that's why that I haven't been eager to pop it back in to play.
Yeah, I got it for PS4 for Christmas, and I got to play through the opening and everything, and I got it so I could play with my dad. But the more and more I hear is they've been shutting servers down. You couldn't access all the content. Some of the missions were shut down completely, all because of this recent lawsuit and stuff that they're going through right now. So I have no idea the full extent of how bad Destiny 2 has been hit with this, and I haven't tried to put it back in. In fact, I've just been sticking with my Xbox for right now because I'm afraid to be disappointed if I pop in too and I'm not even able to play with my dad. So that's a rough one. Just as I don't know, I watch a lot of YouTube to keep myself entertained while I'm editing videos from my stream. So, I mean, I have Fable Fridays that I stream with my wife. I have Warframe Wednesday, which today at some point I'm probably going to stream that. And then I have Roulette Monday, where I just play a random game, and sometimes I'll have friends play, or sometimes I'm by myself. So I have those going on, and, an hour of those videos can take me that long just to edit. So I watch a lot of YouTube, and, I ended up, I'm like most. I've come across Jacksepticeye, and I've come across Markiplier. I don't know if you've come across these people. I've probably mentioned it before, but if you guys want some funny entertainment from guys who this is their job, is animation and voiceovers and stuff like that, look up Neebs Gaming. These guys are hilarious. How
do you spell it?
Neebs Gaming. These guys have an Ark playthrough where they started Ark when Ark first came out, and they're trying to get used to it, and pretty soon it became like a TV show. Like, the way they play it is as if they're in that world, and it is hilarious. They have a Subnautica playthrough right now that is currently on halt, but now that the game has been fully released, they should continue it. And one of them plays the game the entire time as if he's the guy stranded on the planet, and all the rest of the Neebs Gaming crew are tech support that he's calling to try and help get off the planet. And the interaction is hilarious. So if you just need a good laugh and you want, dude, I've been watching it. Like, I go back to it every few weeks or so, because I rotate out. I rotate through the different people I watch on YouTube, because I got like Dan Bull, who does music. He does rap music for video games. There's JT Machinima, which I think they changed their name to something else now. The JT Machinima does the same thing. New games that come out, he makes a rap song for it, and both of these guys are original. I have several other music, I just can't think of their names right now. So if by some weird chance they come across this and they see that, I'm sorry, I can't remember all y'all's names. I will try to remember later. But I have a few that take my favorite games and make raps to them, and I just wish I could play them while I was streaming, but they're copywritten, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, so the Neebs is one of those I always go back to just because they're good for a laugh. They've got Minecraft. I think they have Minecraft. They have mechanics, scrap mechanics. They do several videos. One of their best known stuff is Duralius and Friends, or Duralius and Company, I think it is. And that's an full animation that they did. And then they have Battlefield Friends, which is like 4 or 5 of them get together and play Battlefield, and it's like listening to people over the mic that are trying to be a serious team, and that's animated as well. But it's like they're trying to be a serious team, but of course it's also fourth wall breaking where they know they're on mics, so they constantly die. It's hilarious. So, yeah, just as a shout out to them, and just because it's so funny, you definitely check out Neebs Gaming.
Is that Battlegrounds Friends? Is that
Battlefield Friends?
Doing a PUBG run.
Yeah, they do PUBG. They just did PUBG too.
Yeah.
One of them, I think it's Thick44, does PUBG. And some of it's comedy-based, some of it's just him playing PUBG. They have a series of GTA 5, where they're all in the world of GTA just doing crazy stuff, trying to buy houses. Like, they go and look at houses as if they're meeting with, like, a realtor. Like, they drive to the house and sit outside and look around and look at the garage and don't actually step foot in because they can't until they pay for it, so they complain about that. And it's funny to watch. Like, it's just interesting how they've taken games that we've played all this time. We're like, oh, it'd be cool if we did, like, a storyline thing. These guys did it. And it's just like they got bored one day. We're like, hey, what if we did this for this part? And then that's what they went with. And because of the Rockstar editor, they were able to actually record this as if it were a movie. So they do some of the heists, and they got all these cinematic shots and everything, just from another guy who's on a separate computer recording everything. It's great.
And they had no copyright issues with that.
Oh no, Rockstar loves it. Like Subnautica, in Subnautica, there are the voices in the real game. There's a point where you get a radio contact from Altera trying to tell you how to save yourself, basically, on this planet, and it's them. It's Neebs and Absro, I do believe, that are talking to each other. One, Neebs is trying to get a sandwich order from him as he's trying to tell me how to survive the planet. You want a sandwich? Yeah, give me just a minute. You need to go to the office of the captain. He's got a black box or a security terminal there that should give you the codes to what kind of sandwich you want. Just give me. Tell her to give me the regular. Give me the regular. What's the regular? Ham and cheese. It's a ham and cheese. Why didn't you say ham and cheese? It's hilarious that they played Subnautica before the full release of the game, and the developers got a hold of them and had them do this one voiceover, so that they could be in the game. It's absolutely hilarious. So if you get a chance, definitely check them out.
What we need to do is figure out a way to do that.
Oh, for us ourselves to do that?
Because, yeah. Because I actually went back a couple days ago, actually, and watched some of our old playthroughs of Ghost Recon Wildlands, I believe when your brother was playing with us.
Yep.
And some of I did not remember that our back and forth banter was so
that funny?
Hilarious.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And I think that there's something to that. We need to figure out how to do
Ghost Recon, it's pretty simple because they don't really talk that much. And we might be able to,
exactly.
as long as we didn't do like story mission stuff, we could talk over it all we want and just start missions wherever we want to with our own agendas and our own tactics and just make it a series, which again, you guys are here for this brainstorm here.
I think this needs to happen. I really think this needs to happen.
Hey, we still have to get through Gears of War too, and if there's a way to mute Marcus and all them from talking and still have like the background music and everything still going, I would recommend us doing that. Like I would love to do Gears of War with our own commentary over it, but it'd be we'd have to come up with our scripts, kind of just a general jumping point for how we do it. But
I used to do that when I was a kid. I would be at my aunt's house, and my aunt and I are 6 weeks apart. I'm actually 6 weeks older than my aunt.
Yeah.
And so just think about that for a while, and that's a brain.
Yeah,
I'm
confused, but I understand in a weird way. It's that's an oxymoron statement, but you know.
Yeah, I maybe I will reveal the story behind that sometime, but I'm gonna let you guys ponder on that for a little bit. That I am 6 weeks older.
Episode 20, right there.
My aunt. There you go. But so we grew up together, and there was a movie, Baby's Day Out, I think it was. You can actually find it on Netflix. And the baby didn't talk. Obviously, in the movie, it was a baby. And I would sit there with her watching that movie, and I would do dialogue for the baby as to what I thought the baby was saying, and it was pretty funny. So, I was, 9, 10, 11 at the time. Yeah. But I would do dialogue for the baby, and it was pretty funny. So I think if we took a video game, said Ghost Recon would be great for that if you didn't do a main story mission, because there's not that much dialogue. So we could, obviously, you can get rid of the subtitles. So we could get rid of the subtitles and put in our own dialogue, and I think it'd be great. I think we should do it.
We need you to get your own computer and recording equipment as well, though, so that we could do both sides.
I know tax time is around the corner. I'm waiting on one W-2 and I can file. So hopefully, with tax time, I can get that squared away. And it'll make our podcasts much easier to do. Sound quality is pretty good now, but it would definitely beat an Xbox headset, which is what I'm doing this on now. So
yeah. Well, when you order, definitely look through CyberPower PC. That's where I got mine. And you can actually tack on the Elgato, which is the recording software, the recording hardware, I should say, that you plug into with your PlayStation or your Xbox so that you can record your gameplay. And they just tack it onto your bill. So, something to mull over. Oh, yeah, that's what my wife's doing. Actually, I'm making her do that when she gets her laptop so that she can record her gameplay while we're playing. So, it is doable.
That is, I'll have to check into that. But if you guys would like to see that, leave us some feedback. Definitely. I know we always like to see the traffic on our Twitter. It just lets us know that people are watching the show, that they're enjoying it. Even if you think it sucks, I appreciate negative feedback at this time too, and maybe I'll roast you on the show.
I've said it one of our first episodes. If we have information that is wrong, or we don't have all our information with us, definitely leave a comment behind showing us where to find the proper information. Because I don't like giving false. I don't like being fake. I don't like giving people information that's not true. So if I've looked up the wrong information and you have better, and from a more reliable source, definitely leave it below, and I will look it up and I will apologize. Like, I'm not above that. Yep. So definitely leave us some comments. Tell us when we're wrong, when we're right, what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Help us grow here.
Well, that being said, man, I think we're about out of time. What are we looking at time-wise?
58 minutes, roughly.
All right.
I mean, not including the banter we had before we started the show, but you know.
Hey, that is, yeah. But that's the power of the edit. We can edit all of those good things out for time. But we also do put up the full uncut show. That way, I know the the Rod Kittleman segment we had last week was broken up into 2 segments, and then I believe too you'll be able to find the we'll be able to put up the uncut full interview so you guys can listen to it all at once. But I guess, man, if I guess we're 58 minutes, man. I guess we can wrap it up, I guess.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up. I hope you enjoyed the show here at TB Talks BS Walks. And we will see you all again